So I was just looking to rent out a building for the church. It said church available, or day school, or a business. It's right next to Christ the King Catholic Church, where I used to go. And that would be pretty cool to have All Souls Aquarian Church. I'll use the word church. And then when people, I put beliefs in the title. When people, so I'm just thinking about what am I going to tell this person to ask me about my church. When in reality, a church is associated with like something for Jesus, right? But at the Aquarian, we, in the affirmative, if we have to say we believe, we're trying to get out of belief. We see how faith has been used to harm us. But do we completely throw it away? Faith in our fellow man, in humanity. Hopefully we haven't lost that. Let's try to restore that. We believe in the allegorical story of Jesus. We believe in the astrological symbolism behind that story. We believe that there is truth throughout all the world's religious traditions and spiritual teachings. It is syncretic in that we, as our holy scriptures, have the same holy scriptures as everyone else. The Vedas, the Orphic hymns, which are lit. We call it sun worshipers, star worshipers. The word worship is something that, what do we worship? We worship God within us, and God within you, and God within me. Using the word God, we're just going to have to do it. But with that, we know that we use the word spirit. And how do we set up our structure, our liturgy, with the seasons, which is what already done. We're not reinventing the wheel. But what we are going to do is, so I was thinking about what am I going to tell this lady on the phone. I was saying, well, we believe that Jesus is not a historical person. That's revolutionary, and we need it. Sorry, it's going to be discomforting for people, but they need to hear it. We don't believe in the literal Bible. That's a very concrete thing to say. We do believe that there are some spiritual good things that can be taken out of it, when not applied to one single group. We believe that God has chosen humanity to try to become humans. So we don't, and then to negate, we don't believe that God chooses one people over others. We don't believe that there was ever once a chosen people. Sorry, that's gonna be upsetting to some people. Well, then Christians would be like, yeah, well now, since one of the Jewish people was killed for the Gentiles, which even the fictional character Jesus said, I came for the lost sheep of Israel. When a Gentile woman, his encounter with her was, should they give the dog scraps off the table or not? Oh no, but then Paul said, let us take it to the Gentiles, because he had a vision after he fell off a horse. And the whole time, Paul was just trying to convince us that he's not lying to us. I am not lying. When somebody starts off the sentence with, I am not a liar, actually. Who knows? So, here's a quick one-liner. Okay, oh, the Aquarian Church, what do you guys believe? Here's what All Souls Aquarian Church is. Like, we just, it's kind of like, if I were to explain it to a Catholic, I'd be like, it's like the Catholic Church, we just use water instead of wine. Period. Now, if they want to inquire further, then we can talk about how the complete immorality of the Catholic sacrifice of the Mass is. But in All Souls Aquarian Church, we're using that structure a little bit because it's like Roman imperial, the cult of the Roman Empire. Pontificus Maximus, the Pontifex, was the emperor and the priest. And so we're emulating the Catholic Church in look and feel because I'm just using that model without taking on the hierarchical papism part of it. Yeah, so what I'm doing is a reforming the church. And the big points of the Reformation are that we're looking at Jesus not as a historical actual figure who lived. Mythicism, yeah. And then since that takes apart the papacy then, because Peter was blessed by the Pope to build a church by Jesus himself, and then which we know is a lie, and an intentional lie to trick the Gentile. Sorry, uncomfortable truth. But I mean, we don't come out the gate by saying that to people. You catch more bees with honey than vinegar. Yeah, ultimately what we're trying to do is do good. So charity works and stuff like that we could get behind, not ones that are co-opt. So environmentalism, at the face of it, you're like, yeah, I want to save the earth. Well, now they're tracking my footprints, my carbon footprint, and will lock me up if I have too much gas from eating Taco Bell or something. So I need y'all to help me to start these. We have to have like Aquarian gatherings, and we'll have a suggested template to use with I don't like the word prayer, but like focused meditation. We have to use some of the language, but we're trying to transform it. That's what I'm doing with the Catholic Church. At first I just wanted nothing to do with it, but it's there. So let's try to transform it with truth.